What is up, everybody? It is a lovely June 2nd, 2024, and you are listening to Super Gamecast. I am Bronson Joy, joined by the always awesome Aaron Reynolds.
I'm here. I'm awake, despite all odds.
This time in the Red Room.
In the Red Room, yes.
Yep.
I haven't seen that show. I don't know.
And then our mod mommy, wielder of the banhammer, Miss Lovely Emily Slander.
Oh, what is up, my nerds?
What is up, everybody? How's your week? You have a good week?
It was a week. Not a whole lot happened, but a whole lot of not video games happened for me. So it was just like
Nothing to write home about.
No, I went to a concert for a band called, I don't know how to pronounce it right, but Hanabiya. It is a Japanese idols doing like hardcore death metal, sort of. And
I love it. I swear to God, I love it.
Fantastic. It was so good. What a fun time. But yeah, that was the highlight for me.
Okay, fair. I had a 4-day work week because Memorial Day holiday.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You know, trying to learn the new job. That's it's been good. Staff's been very welcoming. Everything's been pretty cool so far.
Good.
Yeah, and then I actually played a lot of video games this week.
Oh, good. Nice.
The extra day off combined with just after work, I was in the mood to play some video games.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. So yeah. But I hate myself, so one of those video games was Destiny 2, and we'll go over that.
We'll go over that.
So yeah. Anyway, and what about you, Emily? Well,
Mostly just recovering from surgery and playing a lot of Ronin. Like,
Nice.
holy shit, I've been playing a lot of Ronin.
Okay. Well, then let's hop into the biggest piece of news, which is, hey, Sony had a state of play.
Yes, they did.
They had a 30-minute little thing there where they crammed a lot into 30 minutes.
What would they cram in? I'm curious.
Well, let's get to that. First thing is a new live service game, a 5v5 multiplayer hero shooter, called Concord. The new trailer showcases a pre-rendered cutscene of ragtag group of heroes, guns for hire, and then after that they did a gameplay showing, which I'm not gonna lie, it got completely overlapped by another 5v5 hero shooter later in the state of play.
Oh man, they have two. They have multiple in the same half-hour presentation.
Yep.
Apparently.
Damn, dude, that's messed up.
I'll throw the Concord gameplay trailer up. It's only 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But it's our work, and we don't take it for granted.
Graphically looks interesting.
I just thought it kind of had bootleg Destiny vibes.
I mean, a lot of things are bootleg Destiny when you think about it.
Yeah, fair.
But it's not like, I do agree that it's not like when you saw Destiny for the first time, it's like, oh, here's a super original universe.
Yep.
And I would need to see more with the characters on this, but I don't know.
It seems
if there are multiple, to make a 5v5 hero shooter in 2024 is risky as hell.
Right, and it's.
I mean, yeah.
And in this case, it's like you're competing against Overwatch, you're competing against Valorant, you're competing against the other game that I think is going to be.
I was
really
literally
big.
thinking of Overwatch when I was seeing this.
Yeah. So.
Yep.
Yeah, I was thinking of like, oh, this looks like it's gonna have what happened to Battleborn feels like it's gonna happen to this. So
It makes me think of there are discussions about how people like pitch their games and get them funded is like there are investors who are just chasing the trends, and someone in 2018 was like, I'm funding the next 5v5 shooter I see. And
yes,
yeah,
that is the
here we go.
vibe I
Here they
got
come.
from this.
Yeah.
You are correct.
I would like to see some story stuff. Maybe the characters are fun.
I think that this is purely a multiplayer game. I don't even think they're doing the Overwatch
Damn,
thing.
dude.
Where
All
they're
right.
like, yep.
Okay. Maybe they go the Team Fortress route. Get some of that Source filmmaker going. Make some skits.
Sure. God of War Ragnarok
Okay.
is coming to PC.
Okay.
And hey, guess what? I don't
Oh
know.
God.
Hey, the PSN is required. You need a
Oh, well, yeah.
PlayStation Network account.
That was gonna happen, and the it's good that they announce it now.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this is what's gonna happen for Sony games going forward.
Yeah, like they said on Ghost of Tsushima, you needed it for the multiplayer. Now they're just being like, no, you need it. Fuck off.
You need it, like, officially.
Oh, that's right, the Ghost of Tsushima multiplayer. I played a bit of that. That was good.
Yeah.
Right,
Well,
Yeah,
if
Legends
you
mode.
want to play, you want to play it on PC. You gotta have that PlayStation Network account.
Fine. That I have one.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
I think, and really that like I thought about it. Like people are like, what about these countries that don't have PSN? I'm like, I bet you that this is a step in towards them wanting to get those countries on PSN so more people can buy that fucking
I would
game.
say, yeah, I would say the move then is like, hey, these guys should be expanding PSN. There are people who want to play the games in their country. Like, let's go.
But
So,
can't because of these requirements. So PlayStation.
Well, right.
Hey,
Yeah.
and
get the ball rolling, yeah?
Yeah, and that's not like as simple as just we roll it out there. It's like you have to follow.
There's work to be
like,
done. But,
yeah, there's a lot of work that needs to be done just to get a country.
But
so,
like, hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah. So yeah.
Like I said, hey PlayStation, let's get the ball rolling. Huh?
But yeah. So it's gonna have PC centric features. It's gonna have ultra wide support. It's gonna have upscaling. They haven't talked about what specs it's gonna need or if it's gonna be like portable PC ready like they did with Ghost of Tsushima. So that's kind of a bummer. But,
All right. Yeah.
And you said it comes out September.
Yeah, September 19th.
Find out then.
Yeah, and it's gonna so it's gonna have everything. So we'll find out. So Dynasty we're getting a new Dynasty Warriors game.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
Yep, that's a thing.
People like those games.
Somebody keeps buying them for some reason.
You know?
I think it's like just a smaller version of the Call of Duty guns. Like I just want to kill 100 dudes.
Yeah.
At once.
Yeah, that sounds about right, actually.
So open world RPG Infinity Nikki, where that they describe it as an open world dress up adventure.
What?
I'm sorry?
I'm gonna show the trailer. Don't worry. We're getting the trailer. Putting it up on the screen. Holy shit!
Momo.
Your video player is loud.
I think I was dreaming.
It wasn't a dream. We were really transported to Mirrorland.
The path of a stylist is never easy.
But yes, open world dress up adventure.
Ready.
I'm you know what?
Ready.
So far, I'm into it.
I watched some of this stuff with my girlfriend the other day, and she was also pretty into it.
Can you pick other characters? Can you customize?
I don't know. They've just shown the girl and the cat.
Okay.
That cat is adorable, though.
The cat is super adorable.
Like, I want a plushie of that cat. Just like the little hoodie. It's so cute. Like, Jesus fuck.
Like considering the game is named Infinity Nikki, I'm assuming you have to play as Nikki.
Yeah, that makes sense. That just bummed me out because I'm looking at this and I'm like, you could make a super comfy, like not combat focused MMO out of something like this.
They actually have a non-combat focused MMO that's kind of like this, called Palia.
It's like,
Oh.
I've heard that name.
Yeah, it's like Stardew Valley, but 3D and an MMO.
Testing Q3. Okay.
Are people
Yep.
still playing that?
What, Palia?
Yeah.
Let me check. Hold on.
Yeah,
Get
check
those
the Steam numbers.
Yep.
Obviously this does not include console, like Switch and things
Yeah.
of that nature, but yeah, 12,000 people.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
All
and
right.
they
Well,
actually,
I think.
Still subtraction.
Yeah.
yeah, they actually
I
hit
think
their
Infinity
all-time
Nikki as a
peak.
concept. Oh, really?
Yeah, their all-time peak was 12,000, and they've stayed consistent at it. So.
Damn. All right. Good for them. Yeah, Infinity Nikki looks interesting. I'm glad that a game like that exists. It's probably not going to be for me. I don't know, but
Well,
looks cool.
One thing that I noticed in this, and I don't know if it's just because it's a slow year for them or they're getting smart, but a lot of AA games shown in this, like Infinity Nikki. Lot
Hell
of
yeah.
AA shown in this damn thing.
Let's
speaking
go.
Of, next up is Where Wind Meets Gameplay.
What?
Oh yeah, I've been seeing some stuff on YouTube. It looks interesting.
Yeah, it looks like a very Japanese middle ground between Devil May Cry and Elden Ring.
Oh, it's one of the. Okay.
Well, I don't know if it's one of those. That's the thing. They haven't said.
I see.
But it looks cool.
Yes.
Alright, we got some stuff happening. Some fighting.
I'm kind of
But
jazzed
yeah,
because
you're right. It looks really cool.
yeah, like I don't know if we're going back to the PS2 days though, where it's just like AA games all the time, and then occasionally one of them is a AAA game in disguise.
Right. Well, I'll enjoy watching this.
Well, you know, like I said, you don't know what the Souls like yet. Calm down.
I don't know. You're right.
We don't know.
The gameplay does not inspire confidence in me, but it looks cool.
It's inspiring a little bit of me, so I might pick this up when it comes out. I don't know, I've been slowly getting in the samurai video game era right now, so I'm like, look, I need all the samurai games. All of them. Let's load up my PS5 with it, I don't care.
So yeah, there's nothing saying that this is a Souls-like. So I don't know.
Interesting. All right. Well.
Yeah, it looks awesome. Like looking. This is one of the highlights of the thing for me. It's from a studio that I've never really heard of either. So
Interesting. Yeah, I'm down.
So we'll
All
see.
right.
But,
In development for PS5, let's go, baby.
Okay, so next up is Ballad of Antara. Now this did look like a Souls-like. And this one also looked like a God of War-like.
Stars.
Oh.
I have seen you so claim.
And the fact that you carry a small child around.
Until the
Yeah, that'll do it.
Except unlike God of War, this small child doesn't help you in combat.
Right.
Unfortunately.
But all that came were inferior shades.
There's another game recently where you carried a small child around.
We have to pay the consequences of such powers.
No,
Carrying
that was
small
a couple
children
years ago.
around. Yeah.
I was thinking of Death Stranding.
Oh
Because
yeah,
he
there's that
has the
too.
baby.
Yeah. Uh huh. just love the way these games look.
It's so goddamn pretty. Like,
this one has like varied characters too. Like these characters look genuinely different.
Yep.
I don't know. The problem with so many of these releasing in a row is I have to be in a very specific mood to play these.
Right.
right.
Like I really enjoyed Dark Souls 3.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what
But then like by the time I was done with that game, like I was just like, cool, I don't need to play one of these for like 3 years.
Yep.
It looks cool. I don't know. Once again, I don't know if it's a Souls-like either. That hasn't been confirmed. It's just that that's the vibe I got from that one.
Absolutely, yeah, that one for sure.
Some VR games.
It's confirmed for next year, so here we go.
Okay.
So VR games. They're porting Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners. They're porting Skydance Behemoth. They're pointing
Okay.
Alien Incursion all to the PSVR 2.
Nice.
So the other 5v5 shooter I talked about.
Oh man. Oh right, yeah.
Marvel. This looks
Oh,
awesome.
sweet
This
boy
looks
is a Marvel.
this looks fucking awesome. So yeah, and you'll see why in a minute.
all realities converge.
Oh, it actually might be
Definitely
6.
Marvel characters.
They definitely are Marvel characters. And that I am excited about, but I'll talk about some specifics on what they're adding to the Overwatch formula in a minute here when they show it off.
Okay, this I would play.
See,
This I
now I'm
would
seeing this.
absolutely play.
I'm seeing this in third person, and maybe it's the bars too. I'm getting more like third person Dota.
Yeah.
Okay, I could see that.
So you
Definitely
can.
some Overwatch themes for sure.
So yeah, you have destructible environments,
Yep.
and you.
Fuck
So
yeah.
there's that. You have old. So that's new. That's not in Overwatch. You have So you have destructible environments, and you have supers, but you also have team supers. So if you have like Venom and Spider-Man on a team, they can drop their ult at the same time and do extra shit.
Nice. Okay. Ooh, what the hell?
Storm, Magneto.
What if I just want to swing as Spider-Man all of the time?
I mean, as long as you're helping the team and helping me kill folk or do the objective, sure, do it.
Yeah. Lady.
Lady
Galactus.
Galactus.
I love it.
So closed beta in July. No other words. I will.
Spider. Fuck
So-
yes, let's go.
So I will say something interesting regarding that game is they had a closed beta on PC a couple weeks ago, and they invited a bunch of people, and it had very positive reception. And they invited a bunch of Overwatch people, and they're like, "Oh, this is like legitimately in beta and better than Overwatch 2 is right now."
Oh man. Okay.
So,
Oh shit.
Given that it's Marvel, I imagine it's a game we're gonna try for a bit.
well,
yeah.
yeah, and also like my only like concern is like NetEase is the developer, which is like that means this game is going to be loaded with microtransactions. Like,
Yeah.
this is going to be swimming
Unfortunately.
in microtransactions. But
I mean, it's again like Marvel was betting with the Avengers game, and that had some microtransaction stuff in there, and then
did.
it didn't pan out. So maybe they're gonna they're gonna double up on this one.
double up on that. And then, to be fair, this is the kind of game where you can put out a lot of cool costumes for a lot of fucking characters.
Well, that's the thing is like they showed right there. They put a costume as a PlayStation 5 exclusive. Like that seems the way to go. Like just like
Instead of-
MOBAs, just make a whole bunch of cosmetic stuff that are microtransactions. That's fine.
I don't
Instead of
like it,
having
but
one
it's
full character
better than
exclusively.
the alternatives. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And no, if they release certain like costumes for certain characters that I'm into, I'll totally pay 10, 15 bucks for them. Sure. Fuck
Where
it.
is the roster for this? We looked this up last time but their website is not forthcoming with this information.
So hold on, let me get what I can. So the final roster isn't out yet.
I see. That's why.
So that's part of it.
I would imagine closer to a release date we'll get that full roster.
I mean,
Well,
sure. Yeah. I'm just impatient.
hold
I mean,
on.
fair.
Let me see what I can get for you from Wikipedia. Damn, nothing. Okay. Um, here we go. I got it. Adam
Okay.
Warlock,
Okay.
Black Panther,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Doctor Strange,
Mm-hmm.
Groot,
Your main. Okay.
Hela,
Uh-huh.
Hulk,
Sure.
Iron Man,
Mm-hmm.
Loki,
Okay.
Luna Snow,
Oh, I don't know that one.
Magic.
What?
Cool.
Magic
Yep.
itself, the concept?
No, like Magic
No,
the
like the character.
yeah.
Okay.
Um, that look yeah, like there's a comic series called Magic.
I believe it. I believe that they are including Marvel Comics characters that no one's ever heard of before. That's what they're
Yes,
trying to do, and I
Luna
get that. It's a good
Snow
idea.
is Ice Power
Luna
Lady.
Snow's another one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Where's Squirrel Girl?
Yeah, where's my girl?
DC, I
Damn it.
think. I thought Squirrel Girl was
Wait,
DC.
really?
Squirrel
Yeah.
Girl's Marvel.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
I thought she was.
She's
I
been
don't-
Marvel for at least 5-10 years.
Oh.
She's a fairly new character, so it might be possible.
Magneto.
A game like this, yeah. Magneto. Oh God. All right.
Mantis.
Mm-hmm.
Namor.
Sure.
Penny Parker. So it's like that's Diva. That's the Diva
Oh.
of this game.
Okay.
You know, Penny Parker. She rode the mech suit in Spider-Verse movie.
Oh, that one. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's cool.
The Punisher.
Oh yeah. All right.
Sick.
Rocket Raccoon. And here's the thing: if you have a Rocket and a Groot on your team, they can like literally team up like in the movie. Like Groot can ride.
Of course, I would
Groot
be
Oh,
so
yeah.
disappointed if they couldn't.
Scarlet Witch.
Sure.
Spider-Man.
Hell yeah.
Star-Lord rocking his 70s costume.
Interesting.
70s and not 80s.
Storm.
Yeah.
And finally, as of right now at least, Venom.
Okay. All right.
That's a pretty good
Yeah,
opening
just need
roster.
More videos.
That's
That's pretty good.
You got your you know, you still need Captain America. But
I mean, you know, that's the thing. What makes it good is they have a good selection of characters, a few that you haven't heard of before, a number of popular ones, including Spider-Man. They got Spider-Man in there, and Iron Man, who's also a big favorite now, thanks to the movies.
mm-hmm.
And but there's still many that you're like, okay, we gotta look forward to the future of this game.
The thing that's killing me about this game is I've signed up for every possible beta and opportunity to get beta, and it's still like, nah, go fuck yourself.
Rough.
Fuckers.
I do have an interesting tidbit for you, Aaron, since you don't know who Magic is. Most depicted in relation to the X-Men.
Alright.
With a power of teleportation, and it's the younger sister of X-Men member Colossus.
Oh, okay.
So for you nerds that don't know your Marvel, there you go.
Man, we got 2 teleportation X-Men characters.
Fuck
Okay.
yeah, we do.
All right, that's fine.
I'm just waiting for Cyclops or Professor
Yeah.
X to be announced and be like, to me, my X-Men.
Professor X would be funny.
I'm waiting for Wolverine. Give me my Wolverine.
Wolverine was one I was thinking of.
Give me Wolverine,
would be really
bitch.
good.
Let's go.
Give me
go.
Okay, you want to talk about destructible environments? Imagine being Iceman and you like ice your walkways, you're sliding around and people can like smash through it.
Yeah, that could be cool.
Oh.
Alright, so next thing is the Until Dawn is getting a remaster coming to PC and PS5.
Mm-hmm.
Path of Exile 2 getting a console port.
All right.
And now, okay, here's our next little gameplay trailer. Is Silent Hill 2 is actually looks decent. The remake
I've
of
yet to see
Silent Hill
it.
actually looks
I've
pretty
only
decent.
heard the discourse.
Yeah, the argument about her face has been stupid.
That
Oh,
face and
yeah.
a number of things. Outfit for the other
I'm kind of lost.
woman.
I've been hearing about that too.
Also,
Yeah.
equally as stupid.
I think you should stay away.
Yes.
This town, there's something wrong with it?
Is it dangerous?
Maybe.
I'll be careful.
I'm not lying.
I guess I don't really care if it's dangerous or not.
Quite frankly, as long as the story's the same and gameplay is like just a more modernized version of it, they don't need to do all that much.
Right.
Just update the graphics and then you're good.
It's like a graphics update, a like combat update, and then like, yeah, that's kind of what you need to do.
This looks like a horror game.
Yeah, it looks like if you were to modernize Silent Hill 2, this is what it would look
This
like.
is it
I'll be good, I promise.
right here.
Tell him I'll be good, please.
Like the part of it that I like, I do wonder if they're gonna understand the nuances of the writing. That's kind of like my
Yeah.
biggest.
That
Kinda
was
like-
part of the discourse. Was the change in the outfit was undermining one of the subtler things that the game was commentating on, which, you know, they may do it in another way in the game, but I don't know anything about this game. But yeah, there's some
I have
subtler
not
things that I don't know if the developer's going to pick up on.
I have not done a full run through of Silent Hill 2 in about 17 years. So you know,
I'm making my way through it.
through the first one.
Through Silent Hill 1 right now, so
Right.
You know, hey, I got that PS2 emulator if we want to do 2 on a stream. So
sure.
yeah. All right.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, it looks
Looks
good.
fine.
It has a date. It's coming out October 8th.
All right.
If you
Happy
get
Halloween.
the deluxe edition, you get it 2 days early. So,
Early October for your early October release for your horror games is ideal. That's the way you should do it.
yes,
I
absolutely.
mean, yeah.
All
Or
right.
at the very least, at the very earliest, like end of September.
Sure.
That way you can just jump right into your horror month.
No one's
Yes.
celebrating anything in September. Just release it then.
I'm celebrating your
There
birthday.
you go.
Yeah, birthday and the start of the NFL season.
You buddy.
Two things.
And then and yeah, so. All right. Monster Hunter Wilds. That got a trailer.
yes. All right.
This yeah, this looks pretty promising for the most part. One of the longer trailers for sure.
As soon as we can get things
I'm
set
loving
up
the
and ready to
character
go.
designs.
And then we can get started. This is gonna
Once
be
again,
great.
Capcom just blowing it out of the fucking water.
I hope we find
It's
them
Capcom.
I already know I'm gonna play this. The real question I have is what platforms is this damn game on? Because they keep not
Does it not
saying.
answer at the end of the trailer?
No. Like, okay, and if it is multi-platform, is it crossplay?
Heard this big before.
They gotta figure that out by now, man. Like, come on.
Okay, it is
I have
coming
that
to
answer
Steam.
for
It
you.
is coming to Steam. They have confirmed.
Okay, that's good.
And
It
Xbox.
is also coming to Xbox Series and PS5, so.
Oh,
Yes.
nice. Okay.
So the question is, though, is it crossplay? Because then I have to pick and choose, or I'm buying the game two
Exactly.
times.
Yep.
Oh, because I have, like, yes, it was coming out on just PlayStation first. I'd be like, all right, cool, I'll get it on PlayStation, and then double up like I did for World.
Yep.
You know, so
But if it's multiple consoles on one day,
yeah, then it's like, fuck. I don't know. I need to talk to the Monster Hunter people. Like, I know Ninja will play it on PC, and I know Aaron, you'll
Yeah,
play it on
I'd want
PC.
to play it on PC. Yep.
Yeah, so.
if I were to play this, I'd play it on either Xbox or PlayStation.
Right.
Yes. So,
Battlefield.
and that is why we are hoping for crossplay.
Yep. It makes the most sense. Like Capcom, you are on fire the most out of any,
Studio.
company, studio, group in video games right now. Please get this one right. Like
We will
this,
love
this
you
game,
forever. If
This
you
game
do.
looks cool as hell, but crossplay is just one of those things where like I feel like in 2024 that needs to be happening at this point.
That needs to be a standard in this industry at this point. Crossplay or no go.
For a big game like Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when Monster Hunter was real niche, like pre-world Monster Hunter, like I get it. I get it.
Yeah,
because
world and post-world, just like, all right, come on.
Like world, like okay, like that one was the one that made Monster Hunter blow up. So that like yeah.
So that one fine.
Yeah, but yeah. So I liked World a lot. This reminds me a lot of World. It's just a matter of like, yeah. So, because I know Tori and David, they'll be getting it on, and they're two of the biggest Monster Hunter people I know, and they'll probably be getting it on PC. So.
Okay.
All right, and last but not least, we're getting a new Astrobot game.
Hey, I want to see this trailer.
It looks so good, dude. It looks so good. I'm so fucking geeked for this game. All the PlayStation references. Honestly, this game feels kind of like PlayStation Super Smash Brothers. It's like, hey, you remember this thing?
Okay, all right.
I did see one of those little bots dressed as Ratchet. I'm like, fuck yes, let's go.
Oh yeah, yeah. The first.
I love my little Lombax. Okay.
Wait. Have you not done Astro's Playroom on your PS5 yet?
No.
You should play that. It's pre-installed and it's awesome. You should, yeah. This is a sequel to that game. You should absolutely go through Astro's Playroom. It's super good, and it comes free with your fucking console.
Brad Shoemaker on Twitter was talking about like wanting this Astrobot to have more of the like having PlayStation artifacts in the VR version, because like apparently they got like the size of the console right in VR view, like it has legit historical value is what he was saying.
Hey, that's awesome.
That looks so cute. Holy
shit! Look at this little guy. Look at this little guy.
Oh my god.
He should get a Sackboy outfit.
Probably will.
Oh my god.
They show off an Ico and Shadow of the Colossus one at one point.
What?
Yep. They in fact that reference was also in the first game.
Oh,
there's the Uncharted one.
All right,
Journey.
good. Yes, good.
Ico.
Journey, hell yeah. All right.
Parappa the Rappa. Oh yeah, they have all these like PlayStation like hardware references and whatnot.
See,
there's
now
your
this
PS5,
is
yeah.
This is some navel gazing action I can get into. This is fun.
This is if you're gonna suck yourself off, do it right.
Right. This is fun. I love this.
Very similar to Smash Brothers. If you're gonna fucking, be like, look at how cool I am, you can do it. This is the way to do it.
Yeah, this is fantastic. This will get people interested in like, all right, what is this game? Hell yeah! All right.
Did anyone else think that I
love
thought
it.
With that tree? My girlfriend and I had this conversation. When we first saw it, we thought it was gonna be boobs on the tree.
I didn't want to say it, but yeah.
You're not wrong. We're not wrong.
We had that exact thought last night when we were watching it.
Like, what?
Yeah, there's the multi-tap, there's the PS3, yeah, like, all this fun. Emily, you who have been around for the entire history of PlayStation, once again, when we're done with the stream, Astro's Playroom. It's pre-installed on your damn machine. Go enjoy it.
I actually have my PS5 on sleep mode right now, so I'm probably gonna do that.
Yeah. It's
September 6th. Okay.
Yeah, and it's dated, so it's out this year. It's kind of their big first-party game for the year.
I would not be surprised if I saw this at PAX. Because it's literally the week before it comes out.
Yeah. So, yeah. That was a pretty solid state of play. A lot of AA. You love to see it. A lot of mid-range titles. You love to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so, to go along with that, Sony says PS5 is its most profitable console generation to date.
That makes sense.
So to put this in perspective, PS4 over its entire life made about $10 billion in profit.
Holy
Sorry,
shit.
PS4, PS4, PS4 over its life, from 2013 to 2020, made 10 billion in profit. Uh, and the PS5 has already hit that mark.
Okay.
And it's only been around for what, 4 years, 3.5
Yeah,
years?
it'll be 4 years this November.
And what's interesting is we
Yeah.
still see a lot of people playing their PS4. So
Yeah.
Well, there's a couple of things that are kind of adding to this. Is the biggest differences are people are spending more on video games as a whole, like buying more video games. They're buying more DLC for video games. In fact, 100, like way more. And
Yeah.
more people are subscribing to PlayStation Plus.
Yep.
At the same
with the
point in the
announcement
lifespan.
for,
So, yep.
with the recent announcement for PlayStation Plus subscribers, especially in, what is it, the premium that get Tomb Raider and Clone Wars and
Yeah,
my homie Slay Cooper?
yeah, we're gonna talk about that news story in a minute. Which like,
Okay.
yeah, that's. But yeah, so more people are subscribing to Plus. But and then it also helps that everything is more expensive, so number gonna be bigger, a little easier. Um, so yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's the PlayStation business is a good business to be in right now, apparently.
Sure is.
Even though at times it feels like they're freaking out a little bit.
I mean, yes, but their competition is what it is.
Yeah, I also think that it's like they kind of just are freaking out because they put that expectation on themselves. And they're like, oh no, we're not meeting this growth expectation that we predicted.
Right.
Shit. Oh well, are we still
Chill out.
making? Yeah, relax, guys. So PS2 games are finally coming to PS5.
Yes, I saw this.
It's June 11th is when they're being added, and they're choosing a whopping 3 games.
3 games.
They're good games.
One of them is a good game.
One of them is a good game. Depending on who you talk to, which game it is.
What are the games? What are the games?
The first game is Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Okay.
Second game is Tomb Raider: Legend. And finally, the one that matters, Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus.
Very weird selection of 3.
Why only 3?
First of all, why only 3? Second of all, like, you clearly picked, a great game to like start this off, which is Sly Cooper, and then this random as hell choices for the other 2.
Right, it's not like you own the other 2. Okay, I understand why you didn't do Jack and Daxter because they already have like HD PS4 versions, so there's no point.
Right.
Like you can just download those on the same service. But like I'm just like sitting there going like you could have chose the Ratchet and Clank games, you could have chose Ico, you could have talked to Capcom about Devil May Cry 1 or 3, you could have talked to Capcom about RE4, you could have taught. You own Downhill Domination. You could put that on the service. You could put, there's so many games, and like, Sly Cooper's a great pick. Like, you might as well just put all 3 Sly Cooper games. There you go.
Right.
What's
Yeah.
your service
Let's
with
do that.
Like wild. If you're putting PS, well, and to be fair, PSP is getting the same treatment. Like they put out Resistance Retribution, but all the other PSP games on that service are like, okay, I guess. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's like, I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
I don't know.
Like that's
Very
honest.
weird.
Yeah, like when it comes to supporting their like anything that's like PS4 or onward, they've done a great job. But like when it comes to supporting their like classic game library, They're fucking horrible at it. They're awful. They're legitimately worse than Nintendo.
Yeah.
A little
Like,
bit.
like Nintendo, for all the bitching and moaning I do about their subscription service not having certain games, you can go still play Zelda from all those platforms, Mario from all those platforms. Yeah, they still don't have fucking Pokemon, and that's annoying for sure. But like, you can go on the Switch online pass download thing and play most of the games that Nintendo has made, at least, that have mattered for these platforms. Well,
Mhm.
Also, the problem with Nintendo is that they just refuse to. We know that they can bring a lot of those games in,
well,
especially Pokemon.
well, yeah, I've told you my theory on this is they're trying to get people to stick on the service,
Yeah.
and so that way they're releasing the games at a trickle, so you stay subbed for when they come out.
Well, exactly. No, again, yeah, it's one of those shrewd business things. It's the same logic that's like, oh, we're gonna put out this Mario game for like 6 months, and then fuck you, never having it ever again
Yep.
until like the next console cycle, another 6 months, or who knows.
Yep.
But yeah, so that's a different issue. But yeah, Sony's just like they really screwed themselves when they moved over to the PS3
The
and
thing,
just dumped it. Yeah.
yeah, well, and the problem is like PS1 and PS2 games aren't hard to emulate. They just choose not to.
Right.
Like go back on the PS3 store and like if you can find a screenshot of the PS3 store in like 2010 when they have like every PS1 game you could want, you know, for sale for $6 each.
Yep. Yep.
So yeah, like they're yeah, and then Microsoft continues to be the cool one of if we could get the license for it, you just put a disc in and it plays.
Yep.
Uh,
Good. It's a good idea.
Well, speaking of Microsoft, they confirmed Black Ops 6 is day one Game Pass. No more wondering, no
All
more
right.
anything. Just it is confirmed. Day one Game Pass. And they are not adding a new tier. It is. So, yes. And, so if you own an Xbox or a PC, that $70 game, you can get it on Game Pass, part of your sub. So.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how that affects sales. Normally, the game sells about 25 million copies every year.
Yeah, dude. I don't. It's a good bet for them for like Game Pass. Like this is the best that it's ever gonna. It's the best that they're ever gonna get at trying to get people into the system to check out their other games and sub to Game Pass. Is it great for like the sales of Call of Duty? Absolutely fucking not.
The thing is like how many people are gonna come in? Like, cause I don't know how many people play Call of Duty year round. That's my first problem.
Right.
And then my next problem is like, okay, you don't know how many people are around Call of Duty year round. Okay, so how many people play Call of Duty for like 2 months now are gonna subscribe to Game Pass for 2 months, then leave?
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's a real fucking bet. This is like we were talking about Starfield being a bet. We were talking about like this is it. You can't go bigger than this.
Yeah, and then like, oh man, and like, is this gonna be the thing? And I don't think this is gonna be the case, but there is. You have to think there's an internal argument somewhere where you have someone at Xbox being like, well, this might get some PlayStation people to move over because if they only play Call of Duty,
Right.
then.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, even if they just did like, they could easily do something like, hey, if you buy, we're not gonna make it free, but if you want to buy it on Game Pass, it's like $50 instead of 70.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like just you don't have to go this hard.
This is like the nuclear option. There's like this.
It is.
It's so fucking crazy. It's awesome.
I'm
like,
very nervous.
It's awesome for the consumer. Like I am stoked to be
Awesome
able to play
for the consumer. Awesome for us who just enjoy like shooting the shit on games industry stuff. But this is making me nervous, dude. Like after watching Xbox like shoot themselves in the foot for years. Like just struggle and struggle and struggle ever since it's called the Xbox 360. Like it's I feel like we've been watching this story, rise and fall and fall and fall and rise and fall. And now we're approaching like this is like the moment. I don't know how you get bigger than this. This could really mess you up.
Yeah, well, not like that, but like, oh, dude. So like, you look at like their save the date, which by the way, that's next week, everyone. In 1 week, we're doing a live show for this shit.
Oh,
Okay.
That'll be good. That'll be good.
9:30 a.m. is when the show starts, so we can do our pre-show. All right.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
Oh,
like
boy.
shows at 10 a.m. We're getting 90 minutes of Xbox and 30 minutes of a Call of Duty direct.
Shit,
Bro.
All right. It's fun. It's fun. I'm down. I'm excited. I'm very worried for Xbox. I am so
you know what?
worried.
Hey, guess what? This means we can stream the Call of Duty game together this year.
Fuck yes, we can. Let's go.
Yeah, that's right.
So.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Boy.
So, yeah, no, this is. I guess what their bet is if you come for the Call of Duty and you stay for the other games. It's the hope.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay. It's a good service. It is a good service.
It
I
is.
think it's
It
cool.
is.
They
There's
got
a
bunch
lot of
cool
great
games
shit
on
on
there.
there.
But
like,
I've
and
played
especially
some of
if
my
you
favorite
like,
games
and
on Gamepass.
yeah, and if you have an Xbox console, it's even better because you get a bunch of 360 games on there that aren't on the PC store. Like, there's definitely like value to be had here for your 10 to 17 bucks a month. But like,
yeah,
their problem continues to be, hey, we're trying to put a game out once a quarter that's good and a good Game Pass driver or key or holder, and they've been real shit at doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
I mean, I think you just got to pair like, hey, the Gears of War collection is coming out, a little bit before the Call of Duty happens, so it's going to be on Game Pass. Here's a new thing we're doing with Halo Infinite. We're going to do a big marketing campaign around that. Like, go all out with what you have and help people remember, like, oh, right, Xbox.
that's a thing.
Especially among the Call of Duty people to have, like, a Gears, Halo, Call of Duty, thing going for a while.
Yeah, like having the Gears collection hit in, like, September, October, Call of Duty in November, Indiana Jones is also supposed to be coming out in the fall. Like, okay, Avowed is supposed to be hitting in the fall. Like, having this, we got this big RPG, we got this old cool game collection, we got Indiana Jones and Call of Duty to wrap up the holiday season all on Game Pass. There you go.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
When's Avowed coming out?
This year.
Like, if that comes out this year, it's another.
2024, Q3 or Q4 is what they're saying.
Oh man.
So.
All right, this feels like it.
That's
so we might get a release date next weekend with the Xbox
Showcase. And the saddest part of all this is like, man, if this kind of does feel like the final push to get them back on their feet.
Because what else is there at that point? Like, so they're relying on like Candy Crush money, right?
And Minecraft money. They got the Minecraft
money. Yep. Because if this cannibalizes Call of Duty sales, like heads roll, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like how this whole thing goes under.
Like,
and then of course there's World of Warcraft money, but
I mean, yeah, it's like Xbox becomes like a side brand at that point. Like it's like, look, we made all these bets. These bets were not sustainable. Sorry, GG. Yeah, like that's.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, like the future of how they handle consoles is going to be different, and I think that's probably going to be what it is anyway.
Well, they have already made a commitment to saying that they're going to make another box, and it's going to be the most powerful box again. Okay. That's something they already opened their mouth to. And they've
All right.
already opened their mouth of, we got another piece of hardware planned for reveal later this year. So,
Right. Okay.
Which everyone
Right, so
thinks,
they got that going.
and everyone thinks it's just one of these things.
It would be cool.
I think
It
that
would be cool.
after fucking around with the Steam Deck a whole bunch, I think an Xbox Portable would be fucking awesome, because the Steam Deck has the unfortunate problem of having a lot of the problems of PC gaming. And, like, I'm fine putting up with that in my house. Like, oh, this game, like, Halo Infinite keeps crashing. Why this? Versus, like, on a portable, I just want to press a button and play the game and be good to go. More than any other place. But, like, having that, like, scenario that I always think back to with the deck, where it's just like, oh, cool, I want to play Burnout Paradise on the go. Oh, shit, it needs to connect to Origin. Okay, well, fuck. Alright, let me try using the Wi-Fi here. Nope, can't keep stable enough connection to even log into Origin. Cool. Try my phone's hotspot, doesn't work. Alright, I guess I'm not playing Burnout Paradise now. You know?
Right.
Or I would love to play Destiny 2 on my Steam Deck. Lol, you can't. Anti-cheat. Linux. So
Facts.
having, so if Xbox comes out and says, "Hey, this thing is basically just a portable Series S," there you go. That'd be pretty great.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty good. I'm hoping that they weren't too far along with what they were doing, to not try that again. But yeah, I just this is big. Like I think them going hardware, that makes sense. They're gonna keep trying. They've already put their stuff out on that. But like if this goes down, like I don't think there's any further you can go with the Game Pass concept. If it's continuing to not make money, and now because of this, it like cuts your Call of Duty sales in half. Like Game Pass is done, right?
I think that it goes the route of EA Play and PlayStation Plus, where the big differentiator for Game Pass is day one first party games.
Right.
Sony doesn't do that. So if you go on the PlayStation Plus service right now, you can play a lot of first party games, but all of them are at least a year old. The only thing you can, like Spider-Man 2, it just has a trial. As like you can play Spider-Man 2 for 2 hours if you want to buy it. Like you can play Horizon on there right now, like Horizon 2. I don't know if they did God of War Ragnarok yet. I don't know if that's on the service yet, but yeah, they're very much like it's at least a year, if not 18 months, before Sony puts anything on premium.
Right.
Which
them being behind Sony, they gotta like go like I don't know 6 months,
but
like that.
EA also has their own service, and like they wait at least like they just put Fallen Order on there after a year.
Yeah.
And then if you wanted to play Fallen Order at launch, you have to pay for their expensive tier. So
right. Okay.
So I think Game Pass could do that, where they're like, we can't afford to keep the day one Game Pass going at the lower tier, so we're gonna have the Game Pass that is older stuff, and that's gonna stay the same. And then for I don't know like $25 a month, you're gonna have day one on Game Pass game.
Yep.
I think that's
that's what they gotta do. They're gonna have to turn down. It's like redefine what Game Pass is for them, because it's just the big push ends with this.
Yeah, because I just can't think of. Hey, Dwarf Wolf Dad. Heyo, heyo.
Yo, what up, man?
Heyo.
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 Hey, up where you want to go.
Oh my god, you guys. What the fuck?
What?
Listen what I say. Oh.
This is what I put up with on a weekly basis, guys.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
We could be weirder in the Discord, so you can put it up.
Yeah, I'm just here. I could quit at any time.
No, we need people to ban. We need someone to ban people in chat.
That's why I'm here.
Yep.
For that power.
Yeah, I think that's like the end of the Game Pass push, though. If this doesn't, if this at least doesn't get traction, because they've been sitting at 35 mil for a while,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That all? 35?
35 million subs. Which, when you factor in the fact that, like, they're on PC as well, is not great.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, if it was just Xbox and 35 million, that'd be awesome. That'd be
That's
insane adoption rate. That'd be over 50% of people who have Xboxes have Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, if you factor in PC, it's kind of like, yeah, that's fine. And I don't know how you make it grow beyond putting amazing fucking games on it. And I don't know how much there is an audience for people like us who just play a wide variety of shit and play a lot of it.
There are a ridiculous number of games out, man. It's unreal. You know, if they can keep, they need to get better at making their choices of who they support to get people in, because there are so many indie games out that I want to support.
Mhm.
But I don't know how well the few that are getting onto Xbox are getting paid for that bet of being part of Game Pass.
They get
And
paid. They get paid on, like, here's a set amount of money plus we also however many down. They typically have, like, download deals, that kind of thing.
right,
Like,
and I
if
don't
you get
know. I would love to hear from developers on how, you know, how well that works for them.
most of them have been fairly positive, though the big thing this year is it feels like they're handing out less of those deals as a whole. Like, for a while it
Oh,
was
interesting.
so, like, up until this past year, it was just like Game Pass is trying to get anyone who has an even remotely good indie game on their service and is willing to pay
Right.
decent money for it.
Hmm.
But this year at GDC, everyone was talking about, like, yeah, dude, the well dried up.
Oh
Like,
no.
the well dried up. Like, there's a handful of Game Pass contracts going out to indies, but otherwise, like,
Man.
so.
Okay.
And it shows because Animal Well is not on Game Pass, but it's on PlayStation Plus Premium.
There's so many good indie games out. It's fine. It's fine. You know. Yep.
I mean, yeah, that is fine. Like, it's
All right.
well, like, I think one of the biggest problems I see on Game Pass is, like, every time you go look at the most popular games on Game Pass, it's like Minecraft, Rainbow Six Siege, whatever the newest baseball game is, because they keep getting the newest baseball game,
Right.
Forza, and then, like, Valorant. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, you know, and again, this goes back to, I think there is value in having all those indies there because it's a way to try them, to try a bunch of
Yes,
games, which means it
I
won't
definitely.
show up in the popular
The
thing.
thing is,
But
though, is, like, I think that, well, I mean, I think that indie games keep people around. Like, oh, I can play Celeste. That's neat. I can play Rainbow Billy. Like,
right,
those keep people around, but you need big names to onboard people.
100%, which is what this is all
And
about.
yes, and Hellblade 2, it's an alright game. I don't love it. It's fine. But, like, that's not going to be a game that onboards people. Jedi Survivor's on there now. Great game. Fucking
That's good.
awesome game. But
Yeah, I was
it's
Yeah,
gonna
and
also,
it's
say.
Star Wars.
and it's Star Wars. Biggest possible name to onboard people, but it's a year late.
Yep.
Game's been out for a year. Most people who wanted to play the Star
Unfortunately.
Wars game paid the $70 to play the Star Wars game.
Some people are a generation behind generally, but I don't think it's enough people.
I don't think it's enough people that it affects this number in a meaningful way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, like, I'm looking at this list. It's like sports games, like, is really popular on here. Like the fact that Halo Infinite's campaign is in the top 20 still of most
Mhm.
played Game Pass games for the month is nuts.
Mhm.
So what now?
You want to see something really funny though? In the top 20, you want to know number 19 is there?
Oh God, what?
Skate 3.
What?
Yeah, it's number
Hell
19.
yeah! Skate team representing.
No.
We're still here, God damn it! Still
Farming.
the best goddamn skate game that's come out.
Okay, so here's the fucking most popular games on Game Pass right now.
All
Hellblade,
right.
in order from number 1 to number 20. Hellblade, Jedi
Cool.
Survivor,
All
Little
right.
Kitty Big City,
Sure.
I think that's an indie game. I'm not sure what it
That's
is.
those indie games. That's a popular indie game right now. Good on them for getting that.
Minecraft.
Course.
Of course.
Rainbow Six Siege.
Okay.
The Xbox One version of MLB The Show. The Xbox Series X version of MLB The Show.
Whoa.
Forza Horizon 5. Fallout 4. NBA 2K24. Madden. Fallout 76. Sea of Thieves.
Wow.
Gang Beasts.
Yeah.
Halo Infinite Campaign.
Okay.
UFC 4.
Wow.
Farming Simulator 22.
Oh man.
NBA 2K4 for Xbox One.
Yep.
Skate 3 and Dead by Daylight.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, with the Vecna.
Okay, well, hold on. This does have a qualifier. This is console games.
Okay.
If you adjust it to PC, let me see if the PC gets a little changed a little bit. Actually, no, it changes a lot. So it's Hellblade, Another Crab's Treasure, Minecraft, Solitaire, Forza Horizon 5, Sea of Thieves, Fallout 76, Fallout 4, Starfield, another indie game, Manor Lords.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Grounded.
Okay.
Halo Infinite. Stardew Valley. Flight Simulator.
Okay.
Farming Simulator.
As you do.
Dead by Daylight. Pal World.
Sure.
People are still playing that? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Persona 3 Reload.
Oh yeah, sure. All right.
Football Manager 2024, and then Forza Motorsport.
Okay.
So, you know, it's yeah, like it's.
I shouldn't be shocked that people are playing Fallout 76 now that the Fallout shows happened.
Same with Fallout 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
As for recently added, they put this game called out Humanity. They put out Lords of the Fallen, Moving Out 2, Galacticare, Haunty. So like they're putting a lot of indie games out here. They're at least taking shots.
They are. Yeah,
You know?
these are still like some of these are relevant indie games, like for sure.
Yeah, no, like I mean, this service is how I played Unpacking like 2 years ago. So you know.
Yep. Good game.
Very good.
But yeah, you're right. It's you have to bring more people in, and to bring them in, Halo Infinite is just it's not getting any better than it is. Gears just needs to come out with something.
You know,
and then, yeah, they got Call of Duty in their pocket.
You know, and then supposedly we're gonna see Perfect Dark and Fable some more. Fable's the one I actually have hope for. That's a good development team. Yeah.
Right.
So, all right, we'll see.
We'll see.
All right, next up is the ROG Ally is getting a refresh.
A refresh?
Yes, so they're getting a newer, higher end in not like performance, but in a bunch of other ways version of the Ally.
Okay.
So the Ally has been kind of noted as the only real big competitor to the deck, primarily just because it has more horsepower, while also still being affordable and having some of the big advantages. The disadvantages of course being it's more powerful, but the cost of battery life, its UI kind of sucks, and for the first 3 months of its existence, it had a fun thing where if you put an SD card in it, it would like to destroy it.
Cool.
So, yeah, they've gone ahead and are making the ROG Ally X, which is very similar. The biggest difference being, from a look standpoint, it looks almost identical, except it's a little thicker, and it is black now.
Okay.
So this is it. I have it on the screen. You want to see what your ROG Ally X looks like?
That's definitely one of those.
Yep. Got the RGB. Can't have Republic of
Yep.
Gamers without RGB. Fucking
Yeah.
rainbow lights everywhere. Even the buttons
Let's
are
go.
fucking rainbow.
Yeah.
Jesus
Damn
fucking
right.
Christ. Okay.
Doing it. Let's go.
So it's $800. It's gonna be out available in July. So some notable things. They've done some UI upgrades over the past couple months that are gonna carry over. Um, they have gone ahead and made it 0.15 pounds heavier, but have doubled the capacity of the battery. So instead
Oh.
of a 40 watt hour, it's 80 watt hour. Now we don't know how that's going to translate to performance yet, obviously.
Right.
But the one of the biggest complaints of this thing is battery life. It's actually why I chose a Steam Deck over it.
Okay.
Like it was battery life and thermals. So this is a huge deal for them. The battery thing getting fixed. They're adding a second USB-C port.
Nice.
So you'll have more options for connecting stuff, and also good for their connecting their like external GPU thing they have. They changed the SSD, just like the deck. They used to use a 2230 SSD, which is an SSD that's like this long.
Oh man.
Like yeah, like Aaron, you've worked on an M.2, right?
Yeah.
Just chop off 2/3 of it, and that's the size of a 2230.
That's wild.
Yep.
Hey.
So they switched to working on a regular 2280, and it's immediately accessible once you take out the back of the system. It's the easiest one to replace on a PC handheld yet, versus like it's easier on the deck OLED, but it's still kind of a pain in the ass if you want to replace the SSD for a bigger one. It's actually a big part of why I paid the extra $100 to get just bigger storage at start. Because yeah.
Okay.
Because
yeah.
So that was so we're getting that replacement, and it looks like a bigger SSD to start, so that's nice instead of 512 1 terabyte. So there's that. As for specs and performance, they didn't change the processor, CPU, and GPU at all. They didn't change the screen, still 120 Hz, 1080p LED. The big difference is the RAM. They're going from 16 gigs of RAM to 24 gigs of RAM, and they are upping the speed by about 1100 megahertz. So, yeah, considering how,
Okay.
and this is probably going to hopefully help performance a lot. Once again, we don't know. Benchmarks aren't out yet. Because Windows 11 is a giant RAM-hungry bitch, and that's the operating system it uses. It's a big part of why I refuse to move to Windows 11. Microsoft, quit making shitty, bloated operating systems. Thank you.
Yeah.
That also advertise to me, even though I pay you for your fucking operating system. How about you just make a free tier? Just make a free tier, your shitty OS, that is filled with ads and other bullshit, and then make like a regular tier that's like Windows 10 where it's like minimal ads, and then like a premium $200, $300 tier where I don't have to pay for ads at all. No ads. No bloatware. In my fucking Windows install.
Right.
Tired of going into my start menu and be like, Copilot's gonna make AI so good for your searches.
Shut the fuck up. Okay, just shut up.
This is the biggest reason I haven't moved to Windows 11. That and their terrible UI. I don't know. Oh my god. Okay. So yeah. Yeah. Bigger storage, and yeah. Oh, and they upped the peak brightness on the screen a little bit. So. Yeah. So that's it, and they upped the price by $100. It's $800 now for all this. So.
Okay. We're getting to that point. But yeah, that makes sense.
I think that that's too expensive.
I mean, I don't want to spend that money. Like,
I just think that okay, your primary competitors are going to be the deck and the Switch 2, right?
Right.
Like the
Yeah.
Legion Go is cool, but it's not exactly popular. The MSI Claw is a joke. You have all these other weird like emulation
things.
handhelds essentially that like people like but don't do well. Like so your big competitor is the deck, and you're already, and you're going to be what, $150 more expensive. And we'll see. And I'm curious to see benchmarks, because if it is, well, now with our battery change, we have similar battery and better performance. So fuck off. Like that's cool, but like I'm still kind of concerned in regards to those things, and just like and then Switch 2 is coming, and Switch 2 is supposedly as powerful as a deck OLED, and it's gonna be $400.
Right.
And support Nintendo games. So,
yep.
This just feels.
I just think I think it's not a terrible bet, just because it seems to market itself as like the handheld for the PC user. The problem is, I feel like the Steam Deck is that. So what do you?
It's like, well, we have better compatibility because of Windows, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool,
but beyond that,
it's like you're betting really heavily on Windows, which all right, sure, but also, what if I'm just willing to skip those games? Like I bought a deck instead of an ally, being well aware I wasn't able to play Destiny 2 on deck. I did that. Same thing with Dragon Ball Fighters. Hey, this might not work.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Good luck to them. There's gonna be a lot of these.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, it's a growing market. I think that the deck and the Switch really caught on to something. And yeah, I love it. It's great. Like being able to like just chill on the couch while still picking up indie games is awesome. This has been my preferred method of playing indie games since the Vita. I started buying all indie games on Vita, and then Switch, and now Steam because of the deck. So it's like it is something about my brain, and like, oh, you're a low spec 2D game? Portable. It needs to be portable.
Sure.
I don't want to play that shit on my $2,000 computer.
Right.
That's
fair. That makes sense.
So yeah. All right. So that's I think it's a little too expensive. I think it should just replace the other model at 700, because being 150 more than the deck is kind of the highest model of the deck is kind of a tall ask. Either that,
it's kind of a tall ask, especially with like Steam Deck having all the momentum right now.
Yeah, or alternatively, just cut the price of your regular model, I guess. Your model that you've been selling. Like, fine, okay, your Z1 Extreme old ally, fine, drop that down to like 550. That'd be a good bet. So, yeah, so that's that. Next up is Larian CEO admits the Baldur's Gate 3 team had to do a bit of crunch. Certainly less on Baldur's Gate 3 than we did in the past on other games, but it'd be a lie to say that we didn't. We had things that we didn't foresee. He didn't overly crunch, but we did have to do a bit of it to wrap up Baldur's Gate 3. Employees would almost always leave by 8 p.m. and worked at weekends very, very, very rarely. I think, to be honest, you'll always have a little bit when you're trying to finish something, especially when there's so much complexity that needs to be brought together. And then this adds to the crunch topic.
Yeah.
I am starting to think when games hit a certain size and certain complexity, you just have to. It's just a matter of how much and how long.
In some form or another. Yeah.
To me, this goes back to like when you commit to a date. When you're part of that big system. Like if you didn't commit to a date, like whatever. But
right, but they wanted to get the fuck out of early access,
I mean, there's that, and there's there's external factors outside of the developers at play here. So like crunching sucks. It seems like they did everything they could to avoid it. But they were within a system where it's like, all right, this is a huge game. And I would love to know the numbers. I would love to know how much
crunch they did.
The other developers in Larian didn't seem like haven't sounded off. So I guess it was acceptable as far as I know to them.
And it's like what he said, how it wasn't as much as Baldur's Gate 1 or 2, but there was still some crunch there. So
yeah,
thankfully,
it sucks, but this isn't, as far as we know, from what we've heard, it hasn't been like exploiting people and like taking over their lives kind of crunch.
No, not like some other studios.
It was this team coming together, be like, let's knock this shit out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like yes, and I think that in a lot of cases, like I said, once you hit a certain size and scope, that is common. That is what I'm starting to realize.
It's just it's about how it's done. How is it brought about? Is it something that's mandated by the higher ups, or is this like, look, we gotta get this done, and everyone like
got some
understands.
deadlines we gotta meet.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
Yeah, if someone were to speak out and be like, this fucking sucked and it didn't have to be like this or whatever, then that's a different story.
Yeah,
but
and yeah, I don't think that's it.
Yeah, as far as I can tell right now, this seems like, yeah.
We had a similar story come out of Insomniac fairly recently, where it's just like, yeah, no, we had to crunch to make Spider-Man 2 happen.
Yeah, but it sounds like everyone was like, shit, this has to be done.
Yeah, like
other stories just like, nah.
Well, yeah, like I think the stories you hear out of like CD Projekt, where it's like, yeah, we crunched 2 straight years on Cyberpunk.
Right.
That's not okay.
Yeah, that was exactly what I was thinking of when I was.
That's not
about
okay.
This story.
Good.
I know,
Lord,
like
man.
like the stories that you hear out of some developers and publishers.
Crunch, by the way.
What?
Like CD Projekt Red is a bad example of crunch.
Well, yes. The stories that you hear out of old BioWare, of like, oh yeah,
bad example.
The stories you hear out of Bungie, like the story, like when you listen to like the Halo 2 dev, the Halo 3 was fine, but like everything, like Halo 2, those crunch stories, and like Destiny 1 are like the crunch stories of hell.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's not. Being against crunch isn't necessarily like, all crunch is bad. There's important context that's important, and
it's the level of crunch that determines whether it's good or bad.
And this crunch sucks, but it sounds like they were kind of in control of it, and it wasn't outlandish. So
yes,
okay, and they made a hell of a game, and everyone seems to be very proud of it.
I played some of it last week, and I fought a hag in the swamp, and I murdered the fuck out of her.
Sure.
Good.
And then I rescued the maiden that she had captured, and the reason the maiden was with her was like, hey, she said she would bring back my husband. Here's his corpse. And then I went to look through the hut and found a wand to bring him back. And it gives you the option to give her the wand and resurrect her husband, but he comes back as a zombie, and you're like, well, I can take him. He can be my pet and fight for me. Or you can let her just stroll off to Baldur's Gate to try and find a doctor for being a fucking zombie. Alright, so that's option 1. Option 2 is, like I said, you keep the wand and control him as a pet. Option 3 is you fucking murder him.
Oh man.
Option 4 is you just snap the wand. She gets mad at you. So I let her keep her husband and take him to Baldur's Gate to get it looked at.
There's a chance, right? There's a chance. Some people know something weird out here.
Yeah, no. I was like, fuck it. Either way, the quest ended. And then I'm doing a Dark Urge run, but I'm doing like a good Dark Urge run. So
all right,
I
like a Venom shit.
yeah, basically. But yeah, basically I went back to the goblin camp and murdered all the goblins.
Mm-hmm.
Like I did the grove and I saved the grove and everything was great. I went to the camp and I was just like, there are probably faster ways to the Underdark and other places. Or
Yeah.
I can murder this camp of goblins.
These guys are dicks.
These guys are dicks
A little bit.
anyway. So I went and I murdered that camp of goblins. And
I
a couple of,
appreciate. I thank you for that because that's what ended my one big run attempting Baldur's Gate 3 was running to the Goblin Camp. Like, well, shit.
Oh
So I thank you.
no.
Yeah.
Well, when I first showed up there, I was like undercover. I was like, yes, I am an absolute. I am with you. Mind parasites. Yes, let's do this. And then I got all the information and I told the Grove and we set up explosive barrels and just murked the shit out of them.
Yeah.
And then I was like figuring out like, well, I need to go to Moonrise through the pass or through the Underdark. Everyone tells me the Underdark's the better way to go. It seems like the way you get there is through the Goblin camp. All right,
Okay.
time to go murder the shit out of the Goblin camp. We're not sneaking through. We're not doing anything. Mia and Gale are gonna light everything on fire.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
Gale.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
That beautiful man.
yeah, that game's cool. That game's really fucking cool. Um, so it kind of worked out. So yeah, speaking of games that are our second to last news story. Speaking of games that are not working out, however, Multiversus has come out again. Game's out. You can play
Again. All right.
It's not doing
Multiversus
great
is
again.
it's well, it launched very strong. It was a lot of fun. Everyone really liked it. Um,
Right.
so it finally launched after the open beta, which people didn't know was an open beta, and it shut down June of last year, and it just launched again.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
And it hit a peak players of 114,000 on May 28th on its launch. But not everyone is happy with the developer, and it has, of course, resulted in review bombing.
Fun. All right.
Oh no. No.
Okay.
So they've
God.
taken away more features than they've added. The camera being zoomed and team color options removed is pretty crazy in my opinion. On top of a list of other important things like locking characters even in practice. So yeah, you can't just go practice characters. You literally have to buy a character to practice a character. And the amount of playing you have to do to unlock a character, someone did the math. They're like, yeah, it's like 70 hours to unlock an extra character.
Come on. All right.
So there's that. There's no offline mode for tournaments.
There's no offline mode?
Yep.
Oh my god. How do you not? Oh no.
I'm just gonna hide my face in shame right now. This is some bullshit.
How are you gonna be a Smash Bros? How are you gonna be a platform fighter and not have a setting for tournaments?
Yeah. What the fuck, guys?
So, there are only 5 characters that are free at launch. The rest must be unlocked with the currency, which is done through missions, single-player events, and the battle pass. Or players who want the full roster immediately can pay, and the cheapest option available would be $155. This will give you access to every character, but not the extensive collections of skins, announcer pass, animated ringouts, things of that nature. A bundle which includes 1 skin, 1 stance, 1 emote, 1 voiceover, and a ringout for Shaggy is on sale for about $20.
Yeah, this says it all. What the fuck is up with that?
I love shelling out money for my Bugs Bunny game.
Yep. They spent a year making literally everything gameplay-wise worse and implementing fucking currencies, FOMO, and mobile-level game grinding. For player versus everyone upgrades. So much potential waste to due to baffling decisions and corporate greed. quote, they locked out the ability to test characters and skins in practice, removed our universal currency of gold, and replaced it with 3 different mobile game bullshit currencies, including Prestige, which is basically a VIP system. Pay more money, get more Prestige currency, and use Prestige currency to unlock the most wanted cosmetics. So
Fuck them. Fuck them right up the ass. I don't care.
Absolutely incredible. Yeah, let's do that again. Let's do it again.
Yeah, so
great. All right, fine.
This feels like Warner Brothers. This feels like Warner Brothers
greedy
just greedy as shit. Just greedy as shit. They, I can understand. Like when I played Multiversus last year, I was like, yeah, this is great. This is fantastic. And then like this,
people like it.
So God damn, man. Ugh.
Unbelievable. What you had this momentum going, and I'll see how it's going, forward. But you had some stuff going for you.
You really know the mod.
Good, one job.
Is going.
One.
And the thing is, the job, like they had completed it. They had made a game people liked.
And they fucked it up.
Unbelievable.
They royally fucked it up.
We'll see if it they're getting review bomb, but let's see how it impacts them financially as things go on. Because man, I'm curious now.
So with this, there's also been some leaks through data mining through the Rick voice actor, like in game, like his voice files. So we're getting the Powerpuff Girls.
Nice. Okay.
Aquaman.
After all that. Aquaman. Okay.
Marceline, the Vampire Queen from Adventure Time.
Okay.
Great character.
Yeah.
She uses a guitar shaped like an axe. Here for
Hell yeah.
We love Marcy.
Yes.
And then, weirdly enough, Morty can be heard screaming Kamehameha. So we may be getting Goku.
Or Rick and Morty, or Morty dressed as Goku.
Maybe.
And then Rick is Vegeta. That'd be funny.
Morty, we need to stop Frieza, Morty.
You son of a bitch. I'm in.
I want to hear his voice say Kamehameha now. That's hilarious.
I turned myself into a Super Saiyan, Morty.
Morty, you can't turn Super Saiyan first. I have to do it. I have to do it first. Morty, stop.
Oh. To be fair, I thought I was gonna die last night during my voice chat with my friends. Oh god, this is worse.
Shit, now this part does make me want to play Multiversus.
See, now what they need to do, it's Rick and Morty in Goku and Vegeta outfits, but they're only doing abridged quotes.
Okay, yeah.
That'd be good.
So, a couple of things from this. This implies that Rick is friends with Professor Utonium and that he's a fan of the Powerpuff Girls.
You should be. Who isn't?
Another quote.
Seriously, though. Come on.
Apparently, Rick is canonically an Adventure Time fan, according to this.
Canonically?
Okay. I don't know what to make of that, but sure. I hate this because they're adding characters I really like.
Another Rick quote, you and that bubblegum chick ever hook up?
Which we know they did, so I know what.
Yeah.
Clearly Rick isn't up on the lore.
Apparently not.
Clearly.
Sorry, it ends up being 2 last news stories. Because of the Steam Deck, Linux users on Steam are up to have surpassed 2% for the first time in 10 years.
Oh.
Wow.
Huh. Well, I mean, good for them. That'd be cool to... It'd be cool to jump to Linux if Windows keeps going in this direction, but Linux needs to.
I was about to say, Aaron, have you ever actually used Linux?
No, I hear horror stories all the time, which is why I'm like, they need to figure that out. Or maybe that's part of the charm. Maybe they want to keep it as, impenetrable as possible.
Oh, lordy.
Jesus shit.
But, I mean, this is encouraging, right? Like, that seems like a good thing that they're going up. It seems like a sign that they're slowly figuring it out, or at least successfully converting some more people.
Yeah, absolutely. So
I would love to be a Linux person. Just the idea of, like, going to an open source, I don't know if it's open source, but it's just a different operating system than Windows.
It is. I'm pretty sure it is open source from what I remember.
It's just it's just difficult from what I understand. Just super difficult.
It is a giant pain in the ass. Yes, you are correct. All right. So next up is last bit of news here is we're getting a new Tekken character. I believe she might be out now actually.
I
Lydia.
forget, yeah.
It's coming out this summer. We're gonna run the trailer right now.
Poland. Oh, this looks nice. Whoop-de-doo, you shattered ice on a beach, on a tropical beach.
A warrior prime minister. Interesting.
I love this outfit. Someone in the comments was saying like they're adding virtual fighter dead or alive ass shit with this character.
I can see that.
I can definitely see that.
I like her design.
Yeah, her design's fantastic.
Oh, counter.
Last time I saw her, it was just a white E, but this is really interesting. While maintaining what it was that she was
It looks
wearing.
like I'm trying to figure out how her counters work. That's really cool.
Yeah. Is it really a sucker punch if she spins twice and does this winding kick? Look at that. Look at that counter.
It's real cool.
Ooh, yeah.
It looks fun.
We'll do it. We'll do a night when she comes out. We'll all give her a shot.
Sure.
Alright, what's her ultimate look like? Oh, fuck!
Poland.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that was kick-ass. That ult is really good. That was real good.
Yeah. Fun looking character.
Yeah, holy shit. Alright, well that was all our news, so on to what we've been playing.
Hey, alright.
Aaron, you played nothing, correct?
I played nothing. I started up Silent Hill 1. I'm in the school right now. There's a puzzle I'm in the middle of figuring out. And I'm in the starting zone of Palia right now, so,
Okay, fair enough. I want status reports on your time going through the Silent Hill games.
Sure. Yeah.
I would love to hear this. No, I've had the itch to go through the Uncharted games recently, but
Ooh,
haven't
yeah.
done it yet.
I never played Uncharted 1. I remember it being like hearing it was good but not great, and then Uncharted 2 was like holy shit.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is. Like Uncharted 1 has like a good story and some like you see the DNA for what 2, 3, and 4 would be, but it's like not quite there. I did a run through of 4 when they put the remaster 4K out on PS5. and that was
Okay.
real good. 4 still really holds up.
All right.
Anyway, what about you, Em? Do you play anything new? New game? Just more Rise of the Ronin?
Nothing new. More Rise of the Ronin, but I
Ha-
do have an interesting point of order real quick.
mm-hmm.
For Lydia.
Mm-hmm.
She is apparently already out in early access for character year 1 pass owners.
Ooh.
Oh, cool. I
Sweet.
didn't buy that because I wasn't sure if I was even gonna like Tekken. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you
But
changed
cool.
your mind?
I do like it. I don't like it as much as I like Street Fighter, unfortunately.
Right. That's a thing.
So, and if I'm gonna spend a bunch of time on a fighting game, it's probably gonna be Street Fighter.
Yeah.
All right. Well. Okay. So, but you played a whole bunch of Rise of the Ronin. How close are you to the platinum? Because I know you said you had put some serious hours in.
Yeah, I'm currently at about 50 hours and 75% of the story done.
Okay.
Um, I'm probably, let's see, I finished Yokohama as far as collectibles and side missions and all that. I'm probably halfway through Edo right now, which is the second area for Rise of the Ronin because it's divided into 3.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I think I'm about halfway through Edo right now.
Okay.
Okay. Nice.
So overall, maybe halfway to platinum. I don't know yet.
All right. Right on. Anything else? Anything new on top of all that?
I finally unlocked Oswald in Dreamlight Valley.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yay!
All
I was
right.
super happy too. I was like, ah, so cute. And there's
Sweet.
a rumor going around actually for Dreamlight. Next
Okay.
update is Mulan and Mushu. That's the
Nice.
rumor. That's the
Yeah.
rumor. Because I posted something on Twitter with all of the Asian dishes that you can make, so dumplings and sushis and all this stuff. But there was Mushu's dish, if you guys
Okay.
remember the animated movie,
All
just
right.
right there on the right side of the table. And I'm like, oh my god, do I get my red dragon? Do I get this
Hell
super
yeah.
wisecracking red dragon? God damn it.
I hope he wisecracks a lot. It's gotta.
Me too.
Good. All right. Sweet.
Okay.
But that's not out until I think later this month or next month. I know it's sometime in the summer.
All right.
Stay tuned.
Okay.
Alright, cool. I loaded up Xdefiant finally.
I saw one of my
So
friends play
yes,
that.
I downloaded it. I have not played it yet.
I played it. I played the PS5 version because I refuse to have Ubisoft infect my PC. I just
Valid.
refuse.
Yeah, fair enough.
I am
Can't
done with
affect
their
anything. It's gonna
bullshit
affect
on
your
PC.
PS5.
Their launcher is shit, and their account system is even worse, and I am just tired.
I understand like the people being allergic to launchers. I'm not as allergic to PlayStation or Xbox. It's these publishers like and
Yeah.
especially Ubisoft of all people. Just like, oh my god,
I just no, I'm good.
just
And if
garbage.
and yeah, and their account system and launcher is just trash. So no.
Yep.
So I played the
Bad.
PS5 version. After an hour, and I posted this in the Discord. My initial thought was this game feels like, but we have Call of Duty at home.
Sure.
Call of Duty at home.
So, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's bad, right?
No, it's not bad. I just don't understand why you would ever play this instead of just playing Call of Duty.
Because it's free.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, living up to the we have Call of Duty at home name. I mean, that may be enough for some people. I don't know if people find it good enough. I don't know.
So I was playing it, and they do a couple of things differently. So one, they do have a create a character class, or not a create a class thing, but the perks are kind of more limited, and they're built around different okay, so there's 5 different factions you can pick from, right? And they're all related to Tom Clancy games, right? So they have They have the Echelon from Splinter Cell. They have the faction from um, Watch Dogs DedSec. They have the Cleaners from The Division. They have the Phantoms from Ghost Recon. And they have the Libertad from Far Cry 6.
Is that what was
Nice.
okay? I was like trying to. Splinter Cell's an obvious one, but I just don't know enough about. Yeah, the other ones. I assumed
Well, like
the
in
one
the
that looked like
game,
Saints Row members looked like Watch Dogs, but
well, in the game, like when you go to the factions page, like it says this is from this other Ubisoft property. Like it
okay.
has the logo for the fucking other game. Uh, so,
You know, they need their own like catch-all. Hey, we need to get you interested in Ubisoft products. Here we go.
which is funny because man, I looked at all that in the entire list and I was like, cool. Splinter Cell is the only one here that I really would want to play, and you haven't made a new one in decades.
Right.
Or not
Watch
decades,
Dogs
but
has
like
always been interesting to me, but it was never
I
enough
mean,
to get me going.
the second one's
I
pretty
actually
good.
played through Watch Dogs.
The second
It
Watch
is
Dogs
pretty
is
good.
pretty good. I did not like the first one, but I like the second.
I like the first one.
I have a feeling I would be really into Watch Dogs if I sat down with it, but just
like,
hasn't happened.
The second one's set in San Francisco.
Yeah, no, everything
Probably
I've
why
seen in
you
the
like
second
it so
one is
much.
yeah, and then like the gimmick of the third seemed wild. So
Oh, based out in the UK, yeah.
yeah, so I don't know. But yeah, I mean, good luck to them.
I always forget that the third one exists.
Well, right, because I remember like the previews for it, like people were like, man, this looks interesting and fun, and there was a whole news thing about like how you could essentially possess a grandma and do crimes. Like, all right, hell yeah, this is great.
Let's
And then
go.
the game came out, and like just kind of no one talked about it. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that
Weird.
makes sense. So
It feels fine to play. It's
like,
just
well,
another one of those.
so I played an hour of it, and one big difference is like, depending on what faction you pick, you have access to different like powers that you can use at different cooldowns. So it's like a teensy bit of a hero shooter slash MOBA element to it. Like the Echelon has the Echelon, the Splinter Cell people that I mostly played as, have the ability to either turn invisible for 12 seconds, or to use sonar to alert you where everyone is for about 12 seconds.
Okay.
And then yeah, or like there's one where it's like yeah, they all have different ones similar to that, so that's kind of determines what faction you want to do. So like one has a flamethrower, one has a napalm in the cleaners group. DedSec, which you actually have to unlock, disables the enemy's HUD as one of them, as their ultra. So there's a little bit of a MOBA element to it. Um, I don't,
Interesting.
it, like, but the problem was is like I played. I'm like, this is missing something that like COD has. And I
Hmm.
and I and I loaded it up. And then I re-downloaded Black Ops Cold War. And I
Okay.
was because I was like, okay, this is made by the Treyarch team, which a lot of those dudes left to go make Xdefiant. So let's see what is missing. And a lot of it has to do with feedback. Like Call of Duty shooting just feels better, and
Okay.
the sound effects are better. Like every
Hmm.
gun in Xdefiant I use feels kind of wimpy versus like in Call of Duty you really like feel like
That's a heartbreaking thing. Like that was a big thing about Redfall was like feeling the guns and be like, damn, all of these don't feel good to use. It's the worst feeling.
yes. And then like COD gives you better feedback when you do stuff where it's just like you get the like headshot on the screen. It was like headshot plus X amount point, boom, boom, boom. And Xdefiant like tries to do that, but it just looks kind of off for some
Hmm.
reason. Like the art just isn't that good for it, I guess. Like it doesn't feel like the same level of brain candy.
Right.
Um,
To be honest, it still is piquing enough of my interest. Like just as you know how I am. Like when a game's like middling or divisive, it like piques my interest in a weird way. Like hearing you describe this, like this seems weird and kind of messed up. Let's go check this out.
Yeah, like it's fine. I might give it another crack. It's in preseason, and my problem with the whole like it's free. Oh yeah, and all the locations are from like different parts of the games they're from. So
Right.
Echelon HQ, like the Dumbo from the Division.
Sure. Are people still
Times.
playing Division 2?
Not really. Most of the people who want that kind of game, that like looter shooter, kind of went into Destiny or went into Warframe.
Right. I just thought the idea of the Division, like from a lore aspect, was super interesting.
It's
and
cool.
Would be fun to run around in, but it's an old game at this point.
Yeah. So yeah, and then there's the fact that like there's like founders packs that all have different levels of cost and whatnot. So like if you get the ultimate founders pack, it's $70.
Oh man. Okay.
And then if you get like the regular founders pack, which unlocks DedSec and some XP boosts, it's $20. So like
Wait, I'm sorry. It unlocks DedSec?
Yes, DedSec is locked behind the paywall right now.
Ew.
Okay.
It's the one I wanted, but fine, whatever.
And then yeah, so yeah, $20 minimum to unlock DedSec, and then you have the middle tier founders pack, which is $40. So
It's interesting they have tiers of like here's a free to play, and then here's some stuff. It's a real bummer they lock an entire faction behind a paywall. But
yeah, so this is it. So you have the basic one, which is 20, which is DedSec plus Game Over Legendary pack and some coins. Then if you get the Elite for 40, it adds the preseason battle pass, the Masquerade Epic skin. If you get the full-on $70, you get all that plus the anodized bundle and the year one faction unlocks. And mind you, the entire time I've been playing this game, it very much reminds me of Fortnite with its level of like, want to spend some money, kids?
God. Okay. Man.
So.
Just seems gross.
Yep.
There's like potential in some of these ideas, like from a business perspective. Like I get it on some level, and then like hearing about more. The more I hear about it, the more I'm like, oh, Ubisoft.
And then like I've been playing, so that goes back to like playing Black Ops Cold War though, where I like it's old enough to where they don't have a lot of the gross monetization stuff, and I'm like, I miss this.
Yeah.
Because Black Ops Cold War is 3 years old now. So it's like it's far back enough to where you don't have that issue. Yeah, no, it's one of those things, man, where just lordy.
Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah, no, that's Xdefiant. Black Ops Cold War is great though, man. It feels good. The like building perk classes are good. Like kind of made me optimistic for the multiplayer Black Ops 6 for sure.
Okay.
Also, I figured out the new Call of Duty pattern, by the way.
All right.
Oh.
So, Aaron, you remember way back in the day when it was like the Treyarch ones were the bad ones.
Yes.
So
Infinity Ward was the good ones.
Yeah, and then it switched to Treyarch was the good ones, Infinity Ward was the bad ones, and then they added a third developer. Yeah, and then Sledgehammer became the new bad one, and I will explain. So, Call of Duty in 2019 rebooted itself with Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and that was by Infinity Ward, and that game was fucking awesome. And then the next year was Treyarch and Raven Software, which was also Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, which was great. And then you had Call of Duty Vanguard, which was a giant piece of pig feces. And then you had, and then the year after that was Modern Warfare 2, which was Infinity Ward, which was great. And then you had Modern Warfare 3, which was Sledgehammer, which was bad. And then Sledgehammer also did Call of Duty World War II, which was also bad. So I think that Sledgehammer is the new, like, this is the team that makes the bad ones.
Right.
So take that how you
Man.
will. A little discovery.
Okay.
So yeah, but yeah, I I could go for a new Call of Duty. I'm down to play some of that.
I mean, yeah, definitely not been playing these yearly, so like I enjoyed 2 multiplayer quite a bit, and
Yeah,
I've been away for a little while. Let's see what this new one
yeah.
looks like.
Well, let's get a pasta together for Black Ops 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't mind.
another game I played was Destiny 2.
Yes. You were conflicted about coming back, and then something happened this week, and you said, "All right, let's go."
PlayStation on PlayStation Plus gave out Lightfall for free, the expansion from last year. I was like,
Yeah.
well, I want to see it. So I played a whole bunch of Destiny 2, not just Lightfall, but I did finish the Lightfall campaign on normal, and then I went and I did the other stuff. It's gotten a lot better in a lot of ways.
Okay.
Currently they give you a bunch of gear to catch you up to be able to do all the content.
Mm-hmm.
And the new expansion is going to boost everyone up to a new floor, so you don't need to worry about any of that shit.
Okay.
There's an in-game group finder now, so if you want to try raids, you want to try dungeons, you want to try whatever, you just go and do the raid or the dungeon. You hit the finder and you go find a group.
Alright.
You no longer have to unlock weapon mods. All of them are just available now. You just go in and select them for your gun.
Okay.
Yep. So they did that. You still do have to grind transmog currency, but it's a lot easier. Drops a lot more plentiful. They also made it so you can access your bank from your ship, so you don't need to constantly be going back to the tower to swap out guns.
Okay.
They have also added a new loadout selector, so you can have up to 10 loadouts. So you just press a button and it swaps in everything you need for different builds.
Nice. Okay.
You still do have to farm upgrades for your gear, but that's actually pretty easy. Really, the only thing that's hard to fully upgrade are exotics. Everything else is like if your legendaries, like your purple gear, that's most of your gear. It's just really easy currency grind. Yeah, they have done a lot of stuff to be like, please come back, please. Or if you've
sounds like they're working hard.
If you've never started, we've made the grind suck less. Please come back. So.
And you need as many people in right now before the final
shape
push. Yeah, final shape. Yeah.
Anyway.
No, you're right.
But I totally see why people were really fucking mad at Lightfall when it came out. Because I played through that campaign, and its writing is shit.
Really?
It is so unbelievably bad. You deal with 2 giant cyborg men in this new zone trying to stop the Witness and Callus from getting to the Veil, but they have never once explained to you what the Veil is or what it does. They do explain what the darkness is finally, and the nature of the darkness. So that was cool, at least. And it ends on the most blue ball cliffhanger I have seen since Halo 2.
Oh no.
Like, you defeat Callus, and then the Witness, who they've been setting up since Witch Queen, is like, cool, I basically won, have fun trying to figure out how to beat me, and the Traveler is gone now, by the way.
Oh, man.
Yeah, like, they really put it into an Avengers Endgame type state of, we're fucked.
Yeah.
So that part's kind of neat. The setup for the next expansion is neat, and the 3 seasons they've had up to this, I went and I read on them, and they're like, it's oh shit! Hi, hey,
To the velvet.
What's
Card
going
mail.
on?
Holy shit! Wow, we actually streamed longer than Card
Holy.
Mail today. What's up, my
Yeah.
guy? Hey guys, we're just talking about Destiny 2's weird life. Yeah. So, welcome.
That's right, boys.
Oh shit, and
Monday.
subs too.
Yo.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you
love to see
Holy
it,
so
fuck.
folks. We love
Hell
to
Thank
see
you
yeah.
it.
guys. Thank you for the Amazon money or your money. We don't know which.
We appreciate both. Thank you so
we
much.
appreciate both.
Oh man, hope you all had fun.
Yeah,
Card
hey,
streams are always fun.
Carbale is always fun to get in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, love going to Carbale stream. Just was he did it at hours where I wasn't working. So,
Right. Oh God, you tried Quap.
Oh God,
Oh,
I'm
no.
sorry. Anyway, back on topic. So yeah, the Lightfall campaign. Yeah, it ends on a massive cliffhanger. By the way, if you're new here and you like us, follow us. They're appreciated. Anyway,
Absolutely.
And if you really like us, please subscribe.
We are
Well-
a podcast. If y'all haven't rated us before with Cart Bale, because Cart Bale's done this a few times, we're a podcast where we talk about video game news and
and new releases, what we've been playing.
what we've been playing. We talked about the Sony State of Play. We talked about a number of developers and their various exploits in the last week or so.
Yep.
And
The
yeah,
state-
now we're talking about Destiny 2 because the final shape's coming. Hey,
Heart sub. I really like you guys.
I really like you too, Cart Bale. You're fantastic.
God,
Oh my
I do want to say our sub notification still slaps. So good.
I
As long-
mean,
As long as we stay at this size, it's fantastic. I
it's
can't believe
great.
I can't believe you missed the one time we got
55.
It was a
We
ridiculous.
got
It was
rated.
55. I
Yeah.
see it. I cannot.
55 subs, and it just kept
Kept
going.
I was in,
going.
yeah. I
Oh.
watched the clip when I got back. I went to San Francisco for Halloween. At first, I thought we were getting trolled and someone was gonna do chargebacks because I got the email being like, hey, some dude just like 55 subs to your Twitch channel. I'm like, what the fuck? What is happening? And I got back to Reno and I watched the VOD and I was like, oh, okay.
Which is a weird thing.
We were just
you know,
silent for a good chunk
mean,
of that
we-
time because it was just like,
We just started chatting with each other.
yeah.
They're not gonna hear us.
Oh. Still an iconic moment in Super Gamecraft history.
Yep.
So,
Amazing.
anyway, back to Destiny 2.
Yes, thank you for
final
joining
shape.
Yes.
us.
Thank you.
Okay, so final shape.
Or not final shape. Destiny 2 Lightfall is
Or-
what I played.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're playing Lightfall. Yep.
So the lead up to this, they've apparently had all the expansions like free for like the past month. That goes away when Final
Mhm.
Shape comes out.
Sure. course.
Yeah. But yeah, they gave away this for free for Plus members. Yeah. So I finished up the campaign and it ends kind of on a blue ball cliffhanger. But that aside, it really feels like they have genuinely made a lot of attempts to get people back. Like, they got rid of the mod grind. They made the transmog grind list shitty. They did all this stuff. The only thing that's kind of bad, I can say, is, and they've even apparently lowered this down, according to David, is they give you a new subclass. And the new subclass has a grapple hook, by the way.
Okay, good, great.
It's sick. It's real good.
yeah.
And I don't know what it is for other specs, but in the case of a Titan, it turns my hands into giant knife swords.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Yeah.
fucking sick. I'm not gonna lie.
All right.
Yeah, it's called Strand, and it's another darkness-related power, like Stasis was, the freeze power. It's really cool. It's really cool. It's green. The story behind it's really neat, and yeah, there's a lot to it. It's the problem is if you want it fully upgraded and fully capped out, like the other powers, kind of a bit of a grind.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
not an insane grind. Apparently, according to David, they made it less bad. But it's still like, hey, go to the planet this expansion takes place on, which looks awesome, by the way. It's like this cyberpunk neon fucking city.
That's right. Yeah.
It's so good. I was
Yeah.
so disappointed when I found out that this campaign storyline was not good because the setting was like amazing.
Right.
Um.
Damn.
So anyway, back to what I was saying though is so and you just have to kind of go around and farm patrols. Not bad, not the worst grind I've ever seen. One patrol will get you like one level out of like 16, and they take like 5 to 10 minutes. Like,
okay. Hey, guess what? Shooting dudes in that game is fun. So
yes, it is. It's that's like the easier content. Like and then dungeons are still locked behind whatever season they come out in, so you kind of end up having to pay for dungeons. All the raids are free though, as part of the expansions.
yeah.
They brought back my favorite raid from Destiny 1, King's Fall,
Okay.
from Taken King. They've brought back a lot of classic raids and dungeons. So,
Okay.
yeah, it was game seems like it's in the best state it's been in a while. They continue to have this problem where good expansion, bad expansion, good expansion, bad expansion, good expansion, bad expansion.
Yep.
Like Beyond the Light was like Forsaken was amazing. Shadowkeep was like good-ish. It was meh. Beyond the Light was good. Witch Queen was amazing. And then this was was really bad. So I'm curious to see where Final Shape kind of takes it. So yeah.
End it on a high note, please.
Please
For the
end
love
this
of
on a high
God.
note. And everyone's like, well, this is the last expansion. What are you doing next with Destiny? Because they said they're gonna keep going with Destiny. So
Okay.
they're gonna have 3 seasons lined up, right?
All
Or
right.
they're not even called seasons anymore. They're called episodes. They're gonna have
Oh.
3 episodes lined up. They're changing the name, and not only are they changing the name to episodes, they are not telling you what the plan is for Destiny until after the raid is finished. The raid that comes out.
Okay.
Oh.
They've given us the title for the 3 episodes. It starts out with Echoes, and then Revenant, and then Heresy. So,
Okay.
there's that. Things that are coming that are different. They are adding um, a new subclass called Prismatic. It's basically, it allows you to combine Arc, Void, Solar, Stasis, and Strand, all the other subclasses to make a custom subclass.
What?
Yep.
That's crazy.
So, and like, it's not like every ability, but it's like, okay, this slot is these, this slot is these, this slot, but you can still pick and choose. So
Sure.
I would love to have a bubble shield, but the offensive abilities of other classes. You know, so that'd be
Right.
cool. So yeah, there's that. They have talked about the story, bringing certain characters back. There is a new faction of enemies called the Dread. So first
Okay.
time
Good
they're
name.
adding new enemies, the Dread. So, and there's Flying Dread, hoverboard riding one it looks like.
Yeah.
Just different, all kinds of crazy different abilities. Of course, new weapons, new zone, and it takes place inside the Traveler.
Oh my God.
New raid, you confront the Witness who's been set up for a while. New dungeon that comes with the annual pass. Um, New exotics. So yeah, that's
All right.
Yep.
Interesting. It's all coming together.
Yeah, so they're gonna close it off. I'm hope a big part of this game's problems has been If we're being completely honest, just the fact that the engine is shit to make new content for.
Really? Okay.
And it's really hard, and it takes forever. So I'm hoping that their answer is, we're making Destiny 3. We're sorry this is going to be the last time we have to reset all this shit. But it's like an Unreal 5, so we don't have to worry about this anymore. We can make content easily.
Yep.
So,
that'd be good.
yeah, and apparently they're bringing Cade back from the dead. Well, we don't know if he's back from the dead or not, but like, he's in it in some capacity. Could be an illusion, could be a ghost, because a part of this big thing is like, this expansion is like, all the art is like hyper crazy and uncomfortable and like fucking what's the word I'm looking for? Anyway. But regardless, it's all like abstract art, like multiple hands coming out of the ground and shit.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I played that, and then I finished off with Final Fantasy VII, or no, I finished The Quarry with my girlfriend. We've been going through that save.
Nice.
About 2/3 of our people died.
Oh no.
Rough.
Yeah. Most of it was in one room.
Oh wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's
made a certain choice, and it killed off the entire, like, a lot of people. Like 4 of the kids, and then fucking one of the and a handful of bad guys as well. So it was yeah.
That's wild.
I felt like that, like, I was really enjoying the game, but I feels like it ends kind of abruptly. So
Okay.
at least in my run, obviously, our run, I should say. So yeah. And then I played Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and by played Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, I played. I got to the part of the story where you're in the Queen's Blood tournament, and you have to win 5 Queen's Blood. It's like their card game matches.
Okay.
And I won the first 4, but I could not beat the 5th one. And I see what everyone was complaining about, where, oh my god, why is the stupid card game mandatory to progress the story? Thankfully, I have had to wait to play the game because my life got busy, so I was able to just skip it. Because they had an option to go talk to someone and just be like, I don't want to play fucking Queen's Blade anymore.
Yep.
And yeah, I tried. Like, I tried multiple different decks with all the cards I had. I tried all this shit, and it was just like, I'm done. I can't do this. I'm done.
I give.
So, yeah. Red 13 in human form made me laugh my ass off at that part in the game. Yes, that part was amazing.
Oh my god.
Red 13 dresses up like a human to compete in the card tournament. And he also does a dancing bit.
Of course. Good. Great.
Yeah, so...
Amazing.
It's the best thing I have my copy of Rebirth with me.
Yeah.
I can actually start that.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm plugging through that game. Combat's still great. Story's still entertaining. I finally got to Costa del Sol, so I'm apparently going to get to live my Final Fantasy VII Rebirth beach episode fantasy.
Let's go.
Yep.
All right.
You
Beach
know,
party. Let's go.
you know, let's you know, Tifa and Aerith getting into the beach mood. They're like, hey, we want to like sidetrack the whole game for our beach episode. Apparently you get a
It's like,
segue.
the planet's dying, but I could use a getaway.
Yeah, the planet's dying, but I need a vacation.
Hell yeah.
Alright, so... Oh, God, it was so good. It was so unbelievably good. Man,
Good.
let me tell you.
Good.
I've been enjoying it. I want to get through it. I kind of... there's so many things I want to say about that, but I don't want to spoil it for you. It's okay. Hopefully I'll make progress this week, and you can talk all about it on next week's comment section.
Right,
I will say I did come up with kind of a gaming plan for the summer.
That's right. I saw, yes, you sent this message to me.
Yeah, so the current plan is to finish up Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and the Destiny 2 campaign, move on to Dragon's Dogma 2, and then Persona 3 Reload after that, and then wrap up any indies I missed. And if I somehow do all of that shit before the new World of Warcraft expansion, I will try to go back to Elden Ring.
There we go.
Yeah, I think you sent me that message too.
Yes.
Because we were talking about Rise of the Ronin.
Yes. So I'm about a third of the way through Rebirth. And Destiny campaigns are fairly short, so hopefully those two will be done by the end of June, and we can move into Dragon's Dogma, which is also apparently only 40-ish hours, is what I'm hearing, for just the story and some extras. And then Persona 3 Reload, we all know is going to be the fucking giant monster game that eats my life.
Yep.
So, all right, well, yeah, I think that's it. Do we have anything else we want to bring up, or is that a show?
I'm excited for next week's show. Let me tell you.
Yes.
Oh yeah, next week is the Xbox Showcase. Early day.
Gamefest. Let's go, baby.
Yeah,
this podcast has been all about Xbox and its drama for years now, and this is gonna be a big one. So.
Yeah. So we'll be.
Podcast that likes to shit on everybody else.
Yeah. We'll. We're positive sometimes.
I would put it that way, but you're not wrong. Also,
thank you.
You're not wrong. It's just mean when you say it.
We talk a lot of shit. Okay.
That's what makes it fun.
All right, so we're gonna be on. So I don't know if we're doing anything for streams this week. As always, random come as they go. But as for next Sunday, we're gonna have a. Next Sunday, we're going to be getting on a little early. Normally, we get on at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard. We're going to be on at like 9 to 9:30-ish, depending on how long prep and everyone getting up takes. So we can do a pre-show for Xbox and then watch Xbox and then react to Xbox. It's going to be a long morning. So
yeah.
So get some coffee going.
Get some coffee going.
Yeah, I'll be on it. This next week.
No, I should be getting paid a couple days prior to that, so I'm gonna definitely espresso up on that note. So
I'm gonna stock up on some coffee sometime this week too. So
that's our plan for the next week or so. On that note, though, and because we can't raid Cartbale, he raided us. He beat us to the punch.
He did.
Yeah, you know, he beat us to the punch. Cartbale raided us, so we're gonna raid someone else. Let me.
Okay.
Keep the good feels train going. Our friend Sam is playing some Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Don't be sorry, man. We're happy to have you and your viewers.
Love you.
He has an early work day, so he didn't stream that long. That makes sense.
Gotcha. Yep.
So we're gonna raid someone else. We're gonna raid our friend Sam. She's been friends with us and supporter of the channel for a while. Before we do that, though, please remember to follow us if you haven't, and Twitch Prime if you haven't, and follow our YouTube if you haven't, because that's where these archives go if you want to watch the whole show.
Right. When you put out those episodes with Anthony.
What?
And that's where you always put out your episodes with Anthony.
Yes, when Anthony and I do our quarterly thing. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then make sure you give Sam some love and give her a subscribe, and we'll see you next week. So.
All right. See y'all.
All right.
See you guys.
And I better see all 7 of y'all in here. Remember to go yell raid in our chat is tradition.
Right.
All right. Okay, it should carry us over now.
Thank you so much, Super Gamecraft. You didn't have to. I'm just raiding a castle myself.
Hey, we actually came in right as she was raiding a castle.
Say that one more time.
So Sam's stream right now, she's playing Assassin's Creed and raiding a castle.
Oh, nice, perfect.
Perfect timing.
Beautiful. And of course, a commercial break in progress.
Oh my gosh. Cartbell, you didn't have to follow me. Thank you so much for the follow.
Oh, Cartbell followed. Cool.
Good.
I think they said that they're leaving shortly
Just trying to
after.
find the frickin' treasure.
Yeah, I heard that.
Is it on the roof and I didn't see it?
All right, well, let me chop our OBS stream off. Bye to the people on Kick.
Baby Chick, thank you so much for the
Yeah,
follow.
see ya.
Right.
Really didn't have to follow.